there is a serious problem of institutional racism. And gentrification is definitely not about just color. It's who have it and who don't have the money to stay in. So it's a transit city today. So the problem is, what are we going to have for the service for these women and the children? Because see, the men can get the treatment and be successful, but the women got to take care of them babies, and those are the barriers for them to seek the treatment. The grandmothers are tired, the aunts are tired, the extended family is tired. So we got to provide the services, and somehow we got to have the resources. There are resources. They are supposed to start a thing where all of the resources in DC come under one umbrella so it can be easy access. So hopefully that will happen. And I have some plans in the future of what I want to do in terms of advocacy, opening up programs, different things. But you know, it is about funding as well.
And that's where the community comes in too, because by us, you know, by you talking about these things, now we know what we can go advocate, you know, for and so forth. And I remember when I first got clean, I went over to DC General, they wouldn't let me in. They said because I wasn't an alcoholic. I'm like,
I didn't look like an addict.
yes, that's the same kind of thing, you know. And I'm like, what? They say, well, you know, we can tell you on the side, if you go and get drunk and come back, you know, we can. But you know what I'm saying? But then what happened was I swallowed my pride. I needed help. So I called a family members, you know, and Dr. Kennard, who was with the Smithsonian Institute, the museum up there, he told his secretary, you know, cut off any meetings I had today. Stanley Anderson's coming over here and we're going to get her in treatment. And that's how I got in treatment. So it does take a village, you know. But that was 30-something years ago. Then we still, the women, we still having these kind of obstacles.
Not only everything, I have to be careful and be very to use diplomacy.
Yes.
But even with behavior health, it's totally changed. If they don't have straight Medicaid, they can't get, people need psychotherapy.
Yes, yes.
Just giving them medication is not
Right.
always the answer. They need to be able to talk about their trauma. And most women continue to not be as successful because of the PTSD. I'm not saying men don't go through PTSD,
Right.
but it's more of a higher recidivism rate for them not to be successful. That's a problem.
Okay, and actually the PTSD though, I mean, this is a discussion too, and so if you all want to join in the discussion, you know, we're thinking, you know, on these same kind of lines here, that, you know, women, I mean, the music that we were playing here, Billie Holiday, during that time, there was nothing, you know, for women or whatever, and got locked up, and in the early years, and so, you know, it's just really difficult, but I was able to, a lot of times you see an addict, but you don't know what goes into making that addict. A lot of times there's a trauma, you know, underneath of that. That's what she was talking about. I was raped when I was 14 years old. That stayed with me. I didn't tell anybody till I was 34. So drugs became, I mean, they looked good because I didn't have to think anymore. I didn't have to have those nightmares. I could shut it off. You know, when I saw men, I had PTSD and didn't even know it, even then. You know what I'm saying? And now I get the help I need going through these programs. There's lots of organizations, there's help. And I have a psychotherapist and everything. You know what I'm saying? And I have straight Medicaid. Oh, straight Medicaid, that's the thing. You know, and people are trying to take them out of the straight Medicaid, putting them on United Health, and then they can't get any care. You know what I'm saying? That's what they're doing. All right. How about you guys? Anybody else got anything to say about that? Come on. Oh, here's a question here. We have a question. All right. Okay. I'm sorry. Oh, wait a minute. I'm gonna see what this. Let's just take a question in the meantime. Did you have something to share about what she was talking about too?
Well, I see across the board
Okay.
that the resources are not as plentiful as they should be. You were talking about going to Iraq and staying there for a long period of time. The 28 days spin and dry is still the popular item. And insurers do not want to pay for more than 28 days. The government does not want to pay for more than 28 days. And unless you can take an individual out of their drug-using environment and place them in a recovery environment where they can become comfortable address issues, as you were talking about, and develop a foundation, they're going to be lost. They're going to be lost. The problems just really haven't changed all that much in 30 years. They're still the same problems. Access to appropriate care, funding for appropriate care. Instead of methadone, we now got Suboxone. Oh, that's a beautiful one, isn't it? Yes, you know about Suboxone.
What is Suboxone? Anybody know about what's Suboxone?
Suboxone is
Synthetic heroin.
Oh, that they're given for detox?
yes.
To detox them off of the heroin.
Well, that's
It's a legal drug.
Oh, okay.
Like methadone.
Like methadone, okay, a
It
legal
doesn't
drug.
matter what drug it is, it doesn't matter,
Still a
it's the
drug.
same
It's
process.
still a drug. It has
Call it what you will.
an opiate uptake receptor inhibitor.
Wow.
Allegedly, the people are still using it to get high, and it's ridiculous.